Are you a light summer or a cool summer? Do you look better in silver or gold? Are you high contrast or low contrast? Are you sure you're dressing for your body type? If you live in the world of social media, these are the questions you should be asking yourself. Allegedly, everything from different makeup styles to hair colors and seasons are popular discussions on the fashion, self-care, and beauty sides of the internet. On my Instagram Explore page, I noticed a number of accounts that had examples of celebrities working with or against their coloring, indicating that they were formally doing something wrong before finding their true palette. This correlates with the seasonal color theory that went viral last year, where anyone can identify with a specific season to flatter their best attributes. But how we can appear more flattering doesn't just stop with the colors we wear. There's also the aspect of form and silhouette. And in the fashion discourse, with every award show, the red carpet has become an event within itself, and people are excited to share if the looks are fabulous or just a mess. And social media has introduced concepts like blush blindness, eyebrow blindness, and all the sorts, basically telling people that they're doing their makeup wrong. There's a history of the obsession with finding out whatever works best for us, with the help of seasonal analysis and maybe some blindness theories. When you wear something that may be the most flattering on you, you could radiate confidence. On the other hand, there have been some criticisms arguing that these theories restrict self-expression. What might appear flattering on us might not fit our personal style and feels like we're putting on a costume. And what someone might prefer to wear may not necessarily look flattering on them. For all we know, Andy Sachs probably liked her lumpy blue sweater. Sorry, her lumpy cerulean sweater. Are the discussions on what's flattering just an excuse to criticize one's individual aesthetic? We're going to look into how concepts like color analysis and blush blindness can affect or specifically restrict one's personal style. So now, let's get started. Fashion and makeup have the common foundation of color. With all the aesthetic options we have, choosing what we like best can feel overwhelming. So to make life easier, we have the seasonal color theory to help guide us. Depending on whatever one's skin tone, undertone, hair, or eye color is, anyone can be in autumn, winter, spring, or summer, and everything in between those individual seasons. You may be a cool winter, a true spring, a warm summer, and so on. The modern concept of season analysis was innovated in the 1960s by artist Johannes Lytten in his book, The Art of Color. The thesis of this book was the importance of knowing your colors. As Lytten stated, every woman should know what colors are becoming to her. They will always be her subjective colors and their complements. Seasonal analysis was popularized in the 1980s with the beauty guide Color Me Beautiful, written by Carol Jackson. This book was socially impactful, influencing readers on how they approach their personal style. In more recent years, this book has been criticized for not being inclusive, to say the least. Color theory has made its way into virality just last year, and instead of books, we have various online quizzes or some Instagram/YouTube shorts to find your ideal colors. But if you're dedicated enough, you can be professionally analyzed by a color consultant. Knowing what is or what isn't flattering on you is a true business. The return of color theory could be attributed to current style trends. The clean girl and old money aesthetics emphasize natural radiance. Seasonal color theory matches this, allowing anyone to highlight their natural features with the help of different color choices or even hair colors. When comparing other things that go viral and are discussed for reasons I don't understand, I'll happily accept season analysis as a new big thing. Cultivating personal style is a matter of experimentation as well as trial and error. When discovering what we like to wear, it can be helpful to have a guide based upon whatever works best for us as individuals. It is nice to see that people are trying to find what works for them instead of blindly replicating whatever an influencer or celebrity is wearing. But on the other hand, there is the argument that color theory is not only restrictive but subjective. One person may categorize someone as an autumn who looks best in olive green and rich burgundy, while that same person can be a spring who appears finest in sky blue and lavender to someone else. Even if you have a meeting with a professional color analyst, you never know for sure if they got your season right. Though they are experts on this topic, it's still based on their perception and how they interpret colors. And what if you don't like the colors in your season? Do you just have to brace yourself, wearing things that you don't really like just to appease a socially accepted color palette that most people probably won't even notice? The answer is no. Not to mention that some people don't perfectly fit into any season. So perhaps this theory isn't as one-size-fits-all as it's been portrayed as. When discussing personal style, it's important to emphasize that it's a matter of doing whatever feels right for you. The concept of flattering can be a good start if you're just beginning your style journey, and later on, knowing your preferences can lead into experimenting with different silhouettes, color palettes, shades, etc. Ideally, the seasonal theory is best used as a suggestion instead of a rule. And the topic of experimentation is where we get the blush blindness, eyebrow blindness, or whatever blindness discourse. Blush is currently very popular, and to understand the 2020s blush craze, we need to look back to 2010's makeup trends. 2010's makeup thrived on an Instagram-ready, bold, and dramatic style, swapping blush for highlighter. And then the reverse happened in the 2020s, where softer makeup is now in vogue, emphasizing glowing, dewy skin. And with trends like ballet core and the increasingly popular doll look getting traction, makeup like this matches the style, especially adding blush of varying shades of pink. Some people even apply multiple blushes at once, allowing it to be the central focus of the face. Other styles of blush include sunburn blush, cold girl blush, and glazed blush, but some blush-heavy makeup styles have been criticized for looking over the top, with the blindness aspect hinting that the wearer doesn't know they applied a lot of blush. I find this criticism to be strange because I remember the 2010s makeup style of minimal blush was still frequently made fun of. Some people will never be satisfied, so there isn't really a point to try to please them. While blush-heavy looks are seen as overpowering, I personally can't get behind the disapproval of this makeup style, because I thought the examples of so-called blush blindness looked very ethereal. It gives off a fairytopia essence. I guess the term blush blindness within itself reveals that some people want to live their internet lives as Regina George knockoffs. Instead of focusing on other people's makeup preferences, maybe they can worry about their own. The blindness conversation doesn't stop there. There's also some discussion on eyebrow blindness, where someone may not be styling their eyebrows in the most flattering way, or trying to replicate the trendy eyebrow style. People have looked at old pictures of themselves with questions such as, what was I thinking? And why did no one tell me my eyebrows look like that? The answer to both of these is because those styles were popular at the time, and maybe the people around them were engaging with certain trends as well. Whatever is popular at a moment in time is simply viewed as the norm. All you can do is have fun with how you like to style yourself. And if that means incorporating so-called blush blindness, then let the internet and real-life critics seethe. The obsession with flattering is on another level when it comes to clothing. Certain outfits are recognized for being effortlessly flattering. Take the little black dress for example, while other pieces are given the label unflattering for their silhouette, such as baggy clothes and low-rise anything. Bubble skirts were even a somewhat debated topic in summer 2024. Despite that, I still might get one myself. But it all comes down to dressing for your body type. Baggy clothing is generally seen as unflattering because the style hides one's body shape instead of enhancing it. There's also some bias regarding women in baggy clothing, since the style is considered to be more on the masculine side. But aesthetic such as weird girl core plays with expectations and regularly incorporates baggy silhouettes. There can also be experimentations with balancing proportions, such as mixing baggy pants with a slim-fitting top. Playing with layers and avoiding overtly stiff materials can also give the appearance of a good outfit. Baby doll dresses, which typically have a short and shapeless design, have made a recent comeback, though it's regarded that something only those of a certain height and body type can make work. I disagree with this because it's intentionally unrestrictive for anyone. Due to the flowy design, it's comfortable and easy to move in, all while looking like your dream Pinterest board. On the other hand, tight-fitting pieces such as low-rise bottoms have been given the label of unflattering. I recall around 2021, when early 2000s fashion officially came back in style, some people were dreading the inevitable return of low-rise jeans. They definitely have come back, but from what I've seen, cargo pants and mom jeans are also very popular. Low-rise fits have been critiqued for having less support and how it brings attention to the midsection, but low-rise jeans don't need to be paired with a crop top. There's no better time than now, because we're finally getting a variety of lengths and fits. This is a great improvement compared to the late 2010s era, where it seemed like every top in the mall was cropped. While everyone has a different idea of what an unflattering outfit looks like, it all comes down to fits that look lumpy, are too tight, or ill-fitting. The usual cause of this is when clothing is unstructured with no balance, has a stiff fabric such as wool, is wrinkled, making the outfit look unkempt, or just flat out feels awkward to wear. So what is the true answer on how you should dress? The best advice I've ever heard was to imagine yourself as a cartoon character who wears the same outfit all the time. If there's something you wouldn't feel comfortable to wear on a regular basis, it's probably not worth it. And this isn't just for casual, everyday fits. It also includes the extravagant ball gown that I'm sure we all have. Essentially, your comfort comes before whether or not something flatters you. In the environment of the multiple aesthetics that end with something core or something girl, social media has an adoration for making up new words and concepts for things that already exist. For instance, it's not just red hair anymore, it's cowgirl copper red hair. Your nails aren't just blue, they're blueberry milk nails. I'm not against these terms because I think they're a lot of fun, but relying on popular aesthetics too much can limit experimentation with personal style and leads to overconsumption, which spark the issue of fast fashion. I will note that engaging with certain trends and styles is easier than you might think. You can have on a simple white top and jeans, and with different accessories, as well as varying makeup and hairstyles. You can go from a tomato girl, to a strawberry girl, to an espresso martini girl, and so on. I feel like the new big thing is going to be something like lettuce and crouton girl or whatever. The line between wearing what you want and what also appears flattering mostly depends on what the word flattering means to you. If it focuses on adhering to socially acceptable standards, then it can limit your options. But if flattering means whatever makes you feel confident and true to yourself, then the two can coexist. And don't forget, there's no better accessory than confidence. I know it's a cliche to say that, but it doesn't make it any less true. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!